check it out. This is the agreement that Jay got signed last week. Look at that. So 315 falls just inside Kirkland Court. Why is this not pulling up? I got to go back to our emails to make sure I got the address right. 1102 Kirkland. Here we go. Zillow's punching it at 347. Realtor, let's see what they give us. 363. So we'll use this one as an example. 1104 Kirkland, 1102. We'll just say 363 is our starting point in our calculator, just to go on the high end, even though Zillow says a little bit less. $290. $290. So this is at 363. At 80% of that, 290. Let's type it in again. Let's do 363 times 0.9, 326. $320. So we want to be in an offer range between, just to make sure the numbers are right so you don't get confused, right? 363 was the number that we got soft offer here, right? Ballpark. And again, we're not selling these to Open Door. We have different funds, but we have a good idea as far as the data based on the offer that's getting spit out here, right? 363 ballpark. So we know we want to be between 290 to 326 max to make this one work. Well, guess what? We got a contract on this one. This is a perfect example. Let's check it out. This is the agreement that Jay got signed last week. Look at that. So 315 falls just inside this ballpark, right? Just inside of this, which is perfect. That's dialed in. That's where we want to land with these. So should be pretty efficient, pretty simple, right? Getting to that number right now, especially in the target markets, is easier than it's ever been, okay? That's also a strategy we can likely input in Columbia, Greenville, and a few others. But real simple, guys. Let's get that. Like, honestly, let's go to Realtor.com and Zillow, kind of get an idea with where they land. If Realtor.com is like way higher, then we might need to, take a second look at it. But in a lot of cases, this number is a pretty good idea as far as what we might be able to move it for on the buy side. Does that seem simple enough for you guys?
Yes, it is, boss. Yes.
Perfect. So that's it, right? I created this little mind map. I'll print it out, and we'll go ahead and post it inside of our acquisitions module inside of Slack. But use this, guys. I'll also actually take it and I'll put it in the acquisitions model for the Google Doc that's shared with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help us to really be efficient. Now we have these on the side just for a resource. So if you're negotiating with the sellers, you have an idea as far as like what repairs could cost, right?
All right.
It's just a ballpark, right? But just for you guys to kind of see it, repairs per unit, meaning like major repairs, roof, air conditioning, AC unit, kitchen remodel, single bathroom remodel, we're in this ballpark, right? Estimated repairs, small rehab. I'm actually going to go these up a tiny bit on these just because materials have gone up in this market and so has labor, right? I might even just say 35 a square foot for the full rehab. But, you know, if it's really light rehab, paint and carpet, we'll just 12 a square foot. So let's say the house is, Kirkland is 2,200 square feet. And we're doing the light rehab. Let's go to the calculator. 2,200 square feet times $12 a square foot to 26,400 for light rehab. So let's say that the after repair value was 363, and we subtracted that by the 25,000 that we're guessing for a light rehab because it needs some paint and carpet. So 363 minus 25 brings us to 239, 238, something like that. Right? So still, but again, I don't want to overcomplicate it for you guys. I don't even think you'll have to really pay as much attention to this side unless it comes up and the seller's dead set on a certain number, and we just need to help convince them why, hey, your house actually needs a little bit of work. This is right. Just kind of as a guidepost, this is here for your resource. But I don't want you to get caught up in this side because the equation is very simple. If the house is in pretty good condition, this is what we're following, right? Get the ARV, get what the market value price is, multiply it times 0.8, multiply it times 0.9. That's the ballpark, right? 80 to 90% of the ballpark. And again, I got the formula broken down here. 363. Offer amount between this, let's get 280, right? Or 363 times that, times 8, 363 times 9, 290, 326. Formula is very simple and effective. So this in itself is going to help us to dial in